Hi there, did you see my rubber duck? I couldn't find it anywhere. Ah, here it is. This rubber duck represents one of the most simple and iconic toy of the 19th century. Maybe you and I always had one in our bathtub when we were young. We might even have fantasized it venturing beyond our bathtub into the vast ocean, maybe. Well, I can surely tell you that this is not only a fantasy, but something that actually happened. The Friendly Floats. In 1992, a cargo ship carrying 29,000 rubber toys sailed from Hong Kong and headed towards the United States. Tragically, it encountered a storm midway through the journey, and all the containers were washed overboard. One of the containers opened accidentally and released the floating rubber toys out into the vast ocean. Later, these toys were washed ashore over several continents to places such as Japan, Alaska, Indonesia, and Australia. While you might be amazed by how the ducks got carried around the globe by ocean currents, it actually implies a much more devastating problem, which is marine debris. Marine debris is defined as any persistent solid material that is disposed of or abandoned into the marine environment. This includes many of the man-made litter such as plastic bags, metal cans, and even abandoned vessels. Also, there are many ways by which litter can be carried into the ocean. That includes sneaking along the storm drains or sewers, being tossed into the ocean by humans at the beach, or caused by accidents like the one I've just mentioned. The largest component of marine debris around the world is plastic, which accounts for up to 90% of the marine debris in some places. What's even worse is that some of the plastic wastes, like fishing line for example, can take up to 600 years to fully decompose in the ocean. See these pictures here? This is how marine debris can bring harm to the marine creatures. They can entangle, injure, or even, if the animal ingested it, cause false satiation in the animal. It will be tricked into thinking that it is always full and not eat anything more. Finally, it will die of starvation. Can you imagine that? According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, we produce over 300 million tons of plastic every year, and at least 8 million tons of that ends up in our oceans. We are filling the ocean with litter faster than we've ever imagined, and the ocean is turning into a huge bowl of plastic soup. Microplastics. Have you ever wondered where would the debris go when it decomposes in the ocean? The answer is no. It doesn't go anywhere else. It stays in the ocean. The debris is just broken down into tiny pieces. In the case of plastic debris, it is physically broken down to what we call microplastics, which are pieces of plastic that are smaller than 5 mm in size. Some even come from a toothpaste. It is hardly detectable from afar, but when you look closely enough, you will probably see them drift around in the ocean. Some, of course, are not visible to the human eye. These microplastics, like marine debris, can also choke and starve the animals to death. But what's worse is that microplastics combine with some harmful organic pollutants such as the carcinogenic polychlorinated biphenyls and the polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. As the smaller fish eat the microplastics and the larger fish eat the smaller fish, the microplastics inside the bodies move up along the food chain and finally reach us when they're served on our dining plates. We would then ingest the microplastics along with the harmful pollutants. You probably don't want to be killed by the plastic cup you threw into the ocean, right? So, what can we do to stop that from happening? I know not everyone's a scientist, but how can we, as an ordinary person, help to solve the problem of marine debris? Here's a few solutions. First of all, we can try to avoid using non-degradable products such as plastic straws, plastic bags, and styrofoam boxes. No usage, no litter in the ocean. Simple. But if you have to use those products, please don't throw them into the ocean or onto the beach just because it is convenient. Take a step further and try to recycle them. Give them a second life. Lastly, you can always join your local green group and participate in beach or ocean cleaning events. Picking litter off the beach or collecting flotsam on the ocean can mean much to alleviating the marine debris problem. Start today and save the ocean.